She had her tit cut off. What the fuck? Alright, people, so I'm gonna be giving my thoughts of that Akame got killed manga from chapters 38 through 53. 54 still hasn't been translated as the recording of this video, so I'm not gonna be talking about that. I'll do a separate review, but just gonna be giving my thoughts on a lot of the things that happened, a couple of comparisons to how they did it in the anime, and overall just my thoughts of some of the crazy shit I witnessed when I marathoned those chapters, because fucking hell. So for starters, let's talk about the fight against Esdeath. First of all, the manga did it better, to be honest with you. It just looked crazy. The art on Susanoo when he went into that form, when he was revived, and just went fucking absolute crazy on that Esdeath. Let's talk about that power that she had real quick. The power to basically freeze time and space. Yes, she is definitely on that Madara OP shit, without a doubt. That is way too fucking strong. And the crazy shit about it is, it showcases how much she really wants Tatsumi. And that goes all back into the whole struggle that they're going through right now, that he could be her biggest weakness. But the fact that she's able to freeze time and space, that is a huge fucking OP power, to be honest with you. The good thing about it is that she can only do it once a day, so once she uses it, it's fucked. But holy shit, I want to know a little bit more about how she developed that. What was she able to use to do that? Because it can't just be ice powers that you can freeze time and space with ice. There has to be more to it. And overall, like, I ship Madara x Esdeath all day, every day. She's literally his female counterpart. Yeah. And to be honest with you, the whole thing with Nagenda summoning Susanoo, for a minute when I was actually reading the fight, I was thinking to myself, okay, she used up 3 of those powers that she can only use, and then once she uses the 3rd one, she's supposed to die. But apparently it was something where Susanoo's basically body couldn't take the power, so he didn't use up all her life force. So even though, yeah, I did feel a little bit like, okay, that's bull, she should be dead. Ultimately, she said she doesn't have much time to live anyway, so she's still gonna die eventually. And I mean, at the end of the day, we don't want too many deaths. Like, the way the anime is doing it is ridiculous, with all these deaths, like 2 or 3 in every fucking episode. But I think, yeah, as far as that goes, it balanced itself out where Nagenda didn't die right away. They were able to get away, and Susanoo was able to save his master at the very end. But ultimately, the time is ticking for her. The anime butchered Wild Hunt. To be honest with you, the anime, the way they did Wild Hunt, fuck that shit. Because Wild Hunt, while I hate those scumbags, I hate them for all the right reasons. You're supposed to hate them because of everything that they did. And let's talk about that fucking rapist clown. I don't remember his name. I don't want to know his name, because that was one of the most disturbing things I've seen in any manga, to be honest with you. This fucking rapist clown that he likes to rape and kill children so that they don't get older. What happened to Bowles' family, that was fucking fucked up as shit. It wasn't bullshit, because I just went to show how fucked up, you know, I mean, it was bullshit. Let me not get it twisted. You know, that's terrible that happened to Bowles. And the fact that his family they basically pissed on his grave, so to speak, with killing his family and raping them on top of his grave. That was fucking disturbing and disgusting. But, I mean, that was just insane. And that was helping to showcase just that Wild Hunt needed to go immediately. And it's just really a shame that the anime didn't focus on that. Like, yeah, I get it. In an anime, you can't really, you know, showcase something like that. That is way too dark. That was even mind fuckery for myself. But the fact that they skipped out of that and just completely degraded, you know, what Wild Hunt is, it was a real big shame. I mean, the whole big thing with Ron, I forget what his name was or whatever, but, you know, the dude from the Jaegers or whatever, one of his big goals was to ultimately kill the dude that killed all of his children from his classroom. So they skipped out on his development as well. I don't even know if the anime is going to even cover anything to do with him anymore, because he should be dead at this particular point. But that was just hands down one of the craziest moments. I don't want to say best because it's so disturbing, but the fact that they skipped out on that, they skipped out on a big thing and something very important to one of the main characters from the Jaegers, you know, Ron's past and what the fuck happened. And that also helped to showcase exactly what's up with Kurome and just how disturbed she is, as she thinks, oh, well, he's dead, I don't gotta really worry about it because I'm just gonna bring him back with my power, so he's not technically dead. That was to showcase exactly how fucked up Kurome is mentally. Like, you thought she was disturbed. Like, look firsthand exactly how fucked up she is. And it also helped to develop Wave even further as well. Like, he abides by the law, but he's not going to let people within the law do fucked up shit. Like, for a while, they were, like, just letting Wild Hunt do what they want, but after a certain point, he was like, fuck you. And when him and Shiro went into that fight, it really showcased, okay, even though Wave gets owned sometimes, and it pisses me off with that blasting off again, ultimately, when it comes down to it, Wave can't fuck someone up. And he's pretty much just the Tatsumi of the Jaegers. Like, he should be in the same side as Tatsumi, and it's unfortunate that, you know, kind of some ideals or methods, I guess, shall I say, not ideals. They have the same ideals, but they go about it with different methods, and it's unfortunate that those methods is what's keeping them from being on the same team, because they would probably be best friends. Let's talk one last time about Lavok. R.I.P. Lavok, you were my favorite character. You were a fucking beast. I've never seen in an anime somebody say this, which I felt like I wanted to say this to so many of those motherfucking characters that whenever a big busty bitch comes at them and they're scared or they don't want to do anything, when he said, "Baka! Gay!" to Tatsumi, I fucking died, and that's when I knew this guy is the same fucking type of character I would be if I was in this series, because he was epic. And to see how he went out, the manga, it was Game of Thrones. That was pure Game of Thrones. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Getting his balls crushed, getting tortured. But the thing about that character, which is what I felt like he went out as such a fucking amazing beast, he never gave in. He told them stuff that they already knew just so that he could get his plan going. And at first I was thinking like, damn, is he really cracking? But when he fucking got Shura, I was like, yes! It reminded me of like Breaking Bad when Jesse finally got to kill Todd or something. Spoiler alert. But oh my gosh, it was just crazy. I honestly do say though, I think that the battle that the anime did, the filler battle between the two of them, was pretty awesome in comparison. Like, the manga, it was just like a really personal little struggle right there, where he just choked the fuck out of him and got away. The anime made it a lot more grand. The manga did it way more impactful, but the anime gave you something really nice looking to look at. So I'm not gonna completely say fuck the anime for that, because at the end of the day, Labak still went out as a G in there, but the way he went out in the manga, just, oh my fucking god, like, cut in half. You actually saw his bones. Labak for the motherfucking win. Went out like a G, never snitched, never nothing. I don't give a fuck. Labak probably will always be my favorite character of Akame got killed. I don't think anybody can top that shit. He was amazing. Fuck Shura, by the way. Okay, and Tatsumi and Mine's relationship in the manga, the anime didn't do it service at all. Even though, yeah, it was supposed to be, oh, I love you, and then that final kiss at the end, there was no build up to that. The way the manga did it, first of all, I felt like it was fresh, because shonen manga, they always dip and dive around there. Maybe in the final chapter or two, you will actually see them get together, but Mine was like, fuck it. Want me to tell you what I was going to tell you? I want you to be my boyfriend. And ultimately, they actually had a relationship, or have a relationship as of the recording of this video. Chapter 53, she's still alive. Fuck the anime. But ultimately, you get to see that their relationship did grow and it felt natural. And you got to see that she actually did care for him, and it starts developing and it felt more realistic. I really think that the way the manga did it, it felt fresh. It felt something that you don't normally see in manga, because they constantly dive around that shit. So I was really glad of the way they did it, even though I'm not a Mine fan, and personally I think I would have gone with Leone or Akame or pretty much any other chick other than Mine. The fact that they did that, hey, you gotta give Tatsumi props. He got more than almost any other major shonen character. And then Tatsumi being captured, I really hated that the anime took out that scene where he was seemingly gonna be raped by those chicks inside of the prison cell, and then Esdeath just comes in and says, oh, what? And it's like, yeah, you were supposed to have the return of that one chick, one of the 4 demons. She didn't come back, and I mean, that just showcased exactly how Esdeath feels about him, that she came in and fucking squashed her head against the wall and killed her just because it's like, nobody touches my man. And the way the manga does it, it just has a very interesting dynamic that Esdeath loves Tatsumi, but Tatsumi is already in a relationship with Mine, and he never really gave her that light. And had she come over to Night Raid, it probably would have been Tatsumi x Esdeath, but since she didn't, it's kind of like, he's like, fuck you, you know, I'm with Mine, and I gotta give Mine props. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm fair. I always try to say this. I am very fair. Even though I'm not a Mine fan, what she is doing in the manga right now, busting in by herself to save her man, total respect. I'm like, team fucking Mine. Yeah, go. Do your fucking thing, girl. I respect that. Although, it says stuff, so I fear for her life. I'm just really hoping that the anime didn't spoil it, because the anime, you know, she dies or whatever in the anime. I really hope that that's not foreshadowing that in the manga, Esdeath is gonna kill her or something along the lines of that, because if that's the case, then it's like, really, anime? Really? Really? I just quickly want to mention as well, in the fight with Esdeath, the one with Susanoo and all that, Leone getting cut the fuck up. Oh my god, that was another brutal thing. I think Akame got killed for a shonen manga. It's one of the most brutal you will find. I mean, she had her tit cut off. What the fuck? Esdeath don't fucking play. Like, and she did it all just to see how quick Leone will regenerate. That's insane. And last but not least, I just quickly want to mention about Akame herself. I honestly think that this series should not be named Akame Got Killed. I truly think it should be named Night Raid or Death's Door or something like that, because she has barely any involvement in the actual series. Like, she's here, she's there, but for the most part, she gets the least screen time. And I don't know if maybe later on down the road, in a few more chapters after this arc ends, it's going to focus entirely on Akame, or maybe this is all from Akame's perspective to a certain degree. I don't know. Maybe we'll see, like, in the end, this was actually her reading a book about the friends that she had, and everyone died except her. But ultimately, yeah, I don't get why it's called Akame Got Killed when she's actually not doing the killing most of the time. Everyone else is. And every now and then you get her, you know, having a little spotlight, but it's really not about her. So Akame got killed is kind of misleading in a sense, because I came into the series expecting, okay, this chick Akame is going to be the main squeeze. But it really, if anything, should be like Tatsumi's kill, or Esdeath is God, Esdeath is love, Esdeath is life. Okay, let me stop with that last one. Yeah, those are my thoughts on the Akame got killed manga. To be honest with you, I prefer the manga over the anime. Not even just the fact that it went a filler out. I think, like, for example, the canon bits that they did, like Susanoo's death versus Esdeath, I honestly think the manga did it way better. It looked better, it felt better, it was just overall done better. So I definitely prefer the manga, and I highly recommend, if you were watching the anime, go back, read the manga, or if you don't really want to, you know, read from the beginning, at least start at chapter 38, because that's where it goes from where the anime kind of started to diverge. And it's just a fucking amazing ride. Like, it's not the greatest manga ever. It doesn't have, you know, amazing world building or things like that, or, you know, very good character progression or anything like that, but it's just a really enjoyable and carnage-filled ride. Like, if you want some brutality, you want epic fights. Like, if I was to put it into perspective, it's kind of like a Claymore, where you're going to get action as the story is progressing, but it's not as deep as Claymore. But that's where I would put it. Like, it feels as though it's kind of like a Claymore. And yeah, Akame got killed for the win. Can't wait to talk about the following chapter and review this monthly. But let me know what you guys think. If you read this portion of the manga, how do you feel about that? What do you feel in comparison to the anime with this material? And your overall thoughts of that Akame got killed insanity, because the way the manga does it, first of all, spacing out the deaths is just so crazy, and this manga is just a fucking crazy ride. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be awesome. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.